a major development company, have taken the wraps off a huge project that will radically alter the landscape west of 30th Street Station.
It's concrete and parking lots now, but over the next 20 years, the area around 30th Street Station will look like this. It's called Schuylkill Yards.
All that undeveloped property, creating a new neighborhood, and then linking it into the transportation hubs. It's going to be a very, very good place to live and to work.
For public health students and faculty at Drexel University, the names Dana and David Dornsife may already sound familiar. The couple has donated and worked with the university for years, but Wednesday, the relationship culminated in a gift of $45 million, and the School of Public Health at 33rd and Market Street being renamed in their honor.
Well, a health center in North Philadelphia is now bigger and better than ever. The expanded Stephen and Sandra Scheller 11th Street Family Health Services Center opened today at Drexel University. It features a new wing which will help improve and expand services to patients. The expansion was made possible thanks to a $2.5 million gift from the Scheller Family Foundation.
The integration of clothes and cutting-edge technology brought together people from all sides of the industry at a summit in Washington, D.C. Some clothes tracking movements, heart rate, and vital signs in real time. This group from Drexel University is on the front lines developing and testing different smart fabric technology. They say regulating the reliability, security, and safety will be difficult.
Those are all the standards that will have to happen in order for textile devices to become a reality.
Drexel University is admitting the next generation of entrepreneurs with its entrepreneurship co-op program. Students who qualify get $15,000 and extensive mentorship over the course of 6 months to develop their company. Joining us right now is the program's dean, Donna DeCarolis, with Drexel student Christopher Gray, who is in the program.
There's such a surge of interest in entrepreneurship across the university, and that's why Drexel University created the Close School. We want to capture that passion in students, that energy, just like Christopher has.
College is a really rough time. The transition period is super brutal.
It's stress that can lead to anxiety, depression, binge drinking, and even worse. Paul Furtaw knows delay can be deadly. So he's using the Mind Care kiosk to help Drexel University's tech-savvy students who may be suffering.
Having the kiosk, they get to take charge of it. That information's known only to them. It's totally confidential, totally anonymous. It's free. It's quick.
Welcome back to Access Hollywood Live. A new study from Drexel University says that nearly 9 out of 10 people between the ages of, get this, 18 to 82 have sexted.
And 75% of them are in committed relationships.
Women with more fat around the center of their body seem to be more prone to developing eating disorders. That's according to a recent study by Drexel University. Researchers found women with more belly fat were 53% more likely to have an eating disorder. These women also had higher rates of body image dissatisfaction.
New data is showing that paramedics are much more likely to be assaulted on the job than firefighters. Researchers at Drexel University analyzed and conducted the study. Both male and female paramedics were more likely to encounter violent patients and others when responding to emergencies.
Taking anti-asthma medications during pregnancy could possibly increase the chance a child will have autism. That's based on research from Drexel University. Researchers there compared data from over a decade. They say they found children of mothers who took certain asthma drugs like albuterol while they were pregnant were 30% more likely to have a child diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. The medication appears to be able to alter the growing baby's neurodevelopment because it can cross placental lines.
In communities around the world, water quality is a constant concern.
I'll be working with Stephanie Kroll, the project science director for the Delaware River Watershed Initiative. We're joining a team of scientists who are going to help us collect fish by using a technique called electrofishing.
Whenever we're going to do a survey and sample fish, we have to get a permit in whatever state we're going to be in. And all of us have been trained through the university, through Drexel University that we work for, so that we know how to do this properly and consider the well-being of the fish.
We're joined now by Joy Reid, MSNBC national correspondent, and David Cohen, a professor at Drexel University's Klein School of Law and the co-author of Living in the Crosshairs, The Untold Stories of Anti-Abortion Terrorism. David Cohen, some people don't want to use the word terrorism in association with this event. They just want to say this was one deranged gunman.
Yeah, that's just an absolutely wrong way to look at this. This takes place amidst a context in which there's been this kind of violence and hateful rhetoric that's been going on for decades.
Breaking up with your significant other
right before the holidays. Here with some answers to all of this is Dr. R.G. Allen Wilson, Director of Clinical Training at Drexel University's Couple and Family Therapy Department.
There's good news and bad news. The bad news is that there's no good time. There's no best time to break up, whether it's before Christmas or after Christmas. It hurts no matter what.
The listeria outbreak last year linked to caramel apples sickened 35 people from 12 states. 7 died.
It is most harmful to what we call the immunocompromised population.
Jennifer Quinlan, a food microbiologist with Drexel, says scientists have figured out how the listeria bacteria is able to live on the caramel apples. Inside the Drexel Food Lab, she explained that juice released when the apple is punctured by the dipping stick allows the bacteria to grow.
Dr. Scott White is a professor of Homeland Security at Drexel University, joining us now. Doctor, thank you for joining us today.
Good morning.
So first, I want to start with our breaking news from just within the last hour. The third suspect, that bomb maker, we're told, has been arrested. How significant is this?
Well, it has the potential to be very significant. One, if he is the bomb maker, then indeed we're removing him from the playing field, that he's no longer able to make any more devices. Two, we're going to be able to glean a lot of intelligence from him if he wishes to cooperate.
It's astonishing that we live in Philadelphia, one of the major cities in the wealthiest country in the United States of America, and there's a sizable amount of people that don't have running water in their homes.
Rachel Lopez and her team at Drexel's Community Lawyering Clinic say too many of those accounts become long-term shutoffs, like Withers.
Neurologist Carol Lippa with Drexel University School of Medicine says the antioxidants in foods on the MIND diet keep the brain from aging.
The antioxidants basically make the brain cells, the neurons, the connecting pieces, more robust.
Some iconic costumes are now on display at Drexel University. It's all part of the Robert and Penny Fox Historic Costume Collection. The collection features 75 artifacts and more than 14,000 garments and accessories.
We are joined by the very new head coach of the Drexel University Dragons, Zach Spiker. Thanks so much for joining us.
Pleasure to be here. Thanks for having us. There's a lot of great things about Drexel basketball. Part of its location, part of it the co-op. We want to get all those things and educate everybody to understand what's so great about Drexel. And then you find those kids that like that. You get people that want to be at the institution. They stay there. They're 4-year players. They're veteran players. And that's how you build a program. That's exactly what we're going to try and do.